Hello, my friends. Erwin McKen for ErwinMcKen.com. Welcome to today's show and another very powerful video message to begin your week and empower you for success. I want to talk to you today about the number one thing that steals most people's dreams, that cripples most people from having a future and really delays someone's destiny. Do you know what it is? It's fear. It's fear. And certainly in this video message today, I don't have all the time to exhaust it, but I want to just hit a couple highlights, some things that I think that will help you to be clear a little bit more about fear, but specifically how you can overcome it, because there is a way to overcome fear. Now, there are many types of fears, many types of phobias. Let me say this, first of all, that there's a lot of people on planet Earth that their fears were shaped, influenced by others. But there are a lot of people that the fear is self-imposed, and what may have started as a small seed, situation, experience, maybe as a young child, maybe an event in the past, has now grown and grown and grown to dinosaur size, to epic proportion, and now a small issue has now become an insurmountable task, and it cripples and debilitates thousands and millions upon millions of people. Today, I don't know what that might be for you, or maybe you know someone that's dealing with a very debilitating fear, but there is hope, and there is liberty, and there is victory to be had when you understand what I'm getting ready to share with you. Before I do, I heard this story many years ago, and it stayed with me on how powerful fear, a manufactured thought in the mind that just absolutely runs uncontrolled, what it can result in. There was a gentleman who was working on the railway carts, and in this cart was a freezer. They were working on freezers, and this gentleman, unfortunately, one night before he finished his shift, got locked in a freezer railway cart. And being alone, he started to panic. And, he's in this freezer, and there's no one around. Everyone is gone. It's just him. And so in his mind, the worst possible outcomes start to overtake him. And, of course, the thought of freezing to death is the first thought. And unfortunately, what happened is this gentleman started to panic. He started to, just have an experience where this thought that he wasn't going to make it out alive gripped him. Well, frantically, he grabs a paper and a pen from his pocket, and he jots down a note to his wife and his kids and his family. And it's really a goodbye note, because he believes that because of what's in his mind that he's going to die. And unfortunately, he does. He dies. And when they find his body in the morning, they pronounce him lifeless. He's obviously has passed. They see the note. But an interesting point to this very true story is that the railway cart that the freezer was on was not plugged in. So he had entered a refrigerator cart that was not operational. But he believed that because he was in that railway cart, that only one outcome was real. And when the coroners performed an autopsy, the cause of death was hypothermia. Now, when I think about that, and when I heard that story for the first time, I thought how incredulous, how incredible, how just amazingly powerful fear is when it grips you and you have, or you believe you have, no alternative or no option. Here is a gentleman that was locked in a refrigerator that wasn't plugged in. It was just a regular refrigerator. I mean, he could have survived. And he would have survived the night had he not succumbed, not to the temperatures of the fridge, but to the temperature of his mind. Fear that is left to run rampant can not only cripple you, can not only debilitate you, but it can take you out. And today on planet Earth, there's millions of people that are dealing with what was a small issue that's now grown and grown and grown to the point where it's now being manufactured. Think of a car assembly line, you know, Ford, GM, Chrysler, they make cars. Can you imagine an assembly line of fear? I mean, assembly line is an awesome thing because it can put out a vehicle, I think, every 3 minutes. But can you imagine an assembly line of fear? And that is the picture in most people's lives. They are manufacturing fear 24 hours a day, 7 days a week without fail. What are you manufacturing? What fear are you manufacturing today that needs to stop and end? Because you can put something different on the manufacturing line as opposed to fear. You can put faith. You can put a future. You can put hope. You can put success. You can put determination. You can put whatever you want because you are that powerful. So let's talk about how to overcome fear in the last few minutes here. Let me tell you this, that the solution to overcoming fear is one thing and one thing only. It is taking action to that fear. What do I mean? I mean that the very thing that you fear, you must do in order to conquer it. I'll give you an example. If you have a fear of water, you've never learned to swim, you're afraid of water, you feel that you'll drown in water, water's going to get in your nose, you start to have this picture in your mind that you and water are not going to work out well. Even if there's 100 lifeguards around, here's what you must do to overcome the fear. You've got to get in the water. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You've got to conquer the fear by doing the thing you fear. If you have a fear of heights, you've never eaten a restaurant on a tall building, you've never flown in a plane, that part of your life is crippled because of that phobia or fear. Guess what you have to do if you have a fear of heights? You have to go up onto high buildings. You have to go high in order to conquer that fear of heights. See, the power that you require to overcome your fear is on the other side of it. So whatever it is that you are afraid of, the power you need is on the other side of it. So guess what you have to do to get the power? You have to go to it. You have to face it. You have to take action, because action conquers fear. Thinking about it doesn't conquer it. Meditating about it doesn't conquer it. Commiserating about it doesn't conquer it. Talking to your neighbor about it doesn't conquer it. Reading books about it doesn't conquer it. Taking action to it is what conquers it. There's a great quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and it says this: "Do the thing you greatly fear, and the death of fear is certain." Let me say it again. Do the thing you greatly fear, and the death of fear is certain. Today, if you will identify what it is that's holding you back, what it is that's a crippling, debilitating thing that's holding you back from success, and you do that thing, you will have power. You will have victory. You will have liberty. And you will be able to share that experience of overcoming with someone else who's still in prison. Erwin McCann for ErwinMcCann.com, telling you that action conquers fear. Your victory is on the other side of fear. Go get it. It's worth it. And go help us. Help me. Help others liberate the world. If this video message resonated, if it touched you, like and comment, share your story of how you overcome fear, and we will see you on tomorrow's show. We will see you in a fearless posture this week. Make it a great day, guys. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.